The mic was on mute. Can you all hear me now? That is just embarrassing, isn't it? Give me some thumbs up if you can. Thank you for everyone. Right, I'll go through everything I just said. Thank you so much for joining. We have put some higher quality content into the start of the streams now, into the whole streams really. We got some banging music to start. My face is now bigger, which might actually be a downside, but we just didn't have it planned. Please tell me this time it worked. In terms of who's here, we've got Enzo Fernandez in early. You know, he's taken time off from training to come here, so thank you for that, mate. UK Sorare. UKZ Sorare, thank you for being here. Elimo also let me know there's no sound. Gabrielle let me know there is, well, I don't know if there's sound yet. Can someone please confirm? This is why I always check, man. But surely we're good to go now. And Golden Goal, good evening to you as well. We'll be ready to run through my teams as soon as at least one person comes in the chat and says, I can hear you. If I'm still on mute, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, UK Sorare, thank you so much. So what we're going to be doing today is opening our Sorare rewards. It has been about 2 months since I've opened rewards. It feels absolutely crazy. We had a really strong return to the game week, especially considering a lot of our cards aren't ready to play yet. Besides that, we're going to be going through the return to football. We'll build some teams, maybe scout the transfer market. Whatever you guys fancy, some comments in between is always good. Thank you for joining. I butcher names here. That is what seems like an easy name to say, but when you're doing it on stream, it always gets a little more difficult. So rolling through the teams, Academy, we are just boosting up some of our better players with XP. MLS Amateur, we are just entering for the fun of it. We just jam in whichever players are there. But Carlos Gil was out. I have no idea if that was known. Academy, you've still got to train up some of your best players, same as before. Academy again training up some of our best players, but this time we've got a goal and an assist in the Academy team for some reason. That'll be good XP for those guys. And we are on to our first win. We have completed the Cap 240 first time out with the Soul Stack. There was a sweat. If you don't have Soul cards or K-League cards, there was just no scores on them for like 4 days or 3 days. Usually it's like 48 hours, but it's done in like a day. So yeah, we were really struggling. Bean, thank you for joining, mate. Yeah, we were really struggling for the AA scores. And if you look at like, is this going to ruin everything? No, I did click the wrong button though. I think if you click here would have been what you were looking for. If we're looking at Osmar, who dropped into a back 5, which I didn't know about, he's got 40 AA points. So on his own, he would have taken us over. But thankfully, like it was a really weird situation where like the K-League experts were telling me there's just no stream, it's just gone down. I was like, well, it's only going one way. And then some of the other scores started filtering this morning, and I was like, it's just even worse. Some of my other teams fall down the list, and all of my teams just don't move. But yeah, essentially, if we scroll up a little bit, we can find the first heartbreak. So, Bait Young Mom, I knew he had saved, sorry, I didn't know he had saved the penalty. I knew there was a penalty missed, because obviously you can see that on, you know, any of the football sites you follow. And that was really positive for me, because although he had conceded 2 goals, I was like, well, surely he saved it. Like, if it hits the post, you're not going to get any points. Blaze it over, no points. But, you know, most of the time, it's probably on target for a penalty, right? So I was like, that's probably like 60 points. And then I was like, Lehan Bomb, yes, he's conceded 2, but he's quite strong in his all-round game. Well, he gave away the penalty. And of course, like I wasn't watching or anything and people would have known this, but I quite like the surprise of the the rewards coming in and, you know, your points coming in later. So whatever that was. Kim Ju-sung was just next to him, so they get about the same points. Nice when you captain the guy that gave away a penalty. Alexander Matan, because... Oh, the lad from the MLS that... Oh, come on, someone tell me in the comments here. Who's the big MLS guy that's just left to go to Saudi from Columbus Crew? Essentially, he's left, and that opened a spot for this Matan, and I think someone told me they're going to take a bit more set pieces, and he's about £2 and under 23, so I was like, yeah, I'll just get him in. Zalarayan, it isn't him, isn't it? Zalarayan, he's gone. And then Crescencio Somerville, who I did have the captain's armband on pretty much all week. Yeah, first game, it is Zeller, good. First game at home to Cardiff. They go 2-0 down and he single-handedly brings them back. But I'd like to know what he is doing here. He's got a yellow card in, you can't see when he got it, but he got it in the 95th minute. So he's taking his top off for celebrating his own goal, not his own goal. And then essentially what's happened there is he's decided that a 2-2 first game of the season at home to Cardiff, which they should have pumped, is worthy of a taking off your top. Like, you had a good game, mate, but your team should have absolutely cruised that game. So yeah, we'll leave that for a second. Jack P. Sorare, thank you for joining, mate. Matty Sorare, always here. Thank you for joining as well. I'm just going through all of my teams, how they did, because, yeah, we've got a lot of Sorare coins to pick up, and we also have a couple of rewards, which is nice. Is this the first reward? The tier 5. So, cap 220, look at the actual, players. So, Valachi, goal. Palovic, goal. Kim Sing-jun, goal. I've murdered so many names already. Willian, I was expecting big things. If we look at his average score, his AA is usually it can be up to 25. 8 minus 1. Maybe I just got a bit carried away, to be fair. I thought he'd have a 50-pointer in him, but realistically, he is a bit all over the place. Where did he end up? In his worst game? No, not his worst game, but that is who they played. Yeah, his 4th worst game for AA, which stinks, but he did get a yellow card, so it kind of makes sense. Overall, that leads us with a tier 5 limited and 100 points. So we actually got 150 points here. So you can see that obviously under 23 is going to be more competitive than cap 220. I don't think I had a choice of goalkeepers, although I might have been able to swap them, but I don't know enough about the MLS Cup or whatever's going on to trade them out anyway. Hatiam Al Sanfari, again, I love butchering names here. I don't actually enjoy it, but yeah, I do. But thank you for joining. Can't wait for PSV defensive stacks to be back today. As someone that doesn't hold a PSV defensive stack, I'm not looking forward to that. But their game is just about to kick off, isn't it? Let's see. Let's get flashy scores up. And yeah, PSV Stromgratz. You can't see who's actually playing, can you? But yeah, solid lineup. Van Aanholt, Boscagli, Teze, Veerman, Sangari, Lang, De Jong. It's a good team. But on to what is the best result of the week. The double 100. Ended up finishing in 96th place in Cap 270. I get all of my best results in Cap 270, I'm sure of it. Messi, though, if you haven't seen, 162 points on his own. So you get a 50% captain boost, and I have a 12% bonus on him, which is just crazy. And then obviously people say to me oh, that's, and it's called unfair, but cheat code and stuff like that. And you go to my Messi card and you're like, well, I did pay £1,200 for it 2 years ago, and you can now pick him up a brand new, shiny Miami version for £283. So yeah, it depends how you look at that. He is my best scoring card if we look on the other section of Sorare data. So my gallery, best SO5 card, Lionel Messi, of course, 50 rewards for us. So he's done his bit for the club, don't get that wrong. If I do want to see how much he's won in terms of rewards, because he's always in the good teams, obviously. So he's won at the time, he won £1,800 worth of card value. So yeah, I love the little man, so no complaints there from me. But overall, the rest of the team, Harry Winks was doing so much better, and then I tweeted about how well he was doing, and then he lost a load of points, which is good for me. And Drewsbury Hall, this guy could just rip the championship apart, couldn't he? So look at this for a buy and a bad sell. I bought 2 and I've sold 1 to just cover my cost base. But yeah, picked up £4.30, picked up for £3.93, sold for £7.74, and then I'm still holding this one up to 26. If I could have sold them for 35, I would have. But yeah, would have killed the team, so I would have lost a reward. But are we ready to get into the rewards? Do people want to see that, or people want to see the squad building first? Good score from Messi, but unfortunately Drewsbury Hall is a better player. No, incorrect, completely incorrect. Drewsbury Hall is some player, in the championship at least. I'm surprised no one's picked him up. I think the risk, everyone's buying championship cards at the minute, right? There's 2 risks here. One, the championship could get covered as a league and they all get new supply, so price crash, essentially. Not crash, but they're going to fall in price as more supply comes up, right? And then the other part of that is there's other cards on the game like Championship started earlier, so everyone's got their eyes on them, right? And it's like, well, it's a really competitive league. There's leagues like, teams like PSG in the league where they just dominate every year and it doesn't really matter. And yeah, no risk of them getting promoted and being useless the next year. So it's a little overhyped. So I would sell Drewsbury Hall if, we'll see what the fixtures say really. Jack Harrison should cook. I absolutely agree, but I think he's supposed to leave Leeds. But yeah. Angus Gunn could have kept a clean sheet. I was actually looking in this match and it looks like someone gave away an error led to goal. Ben Gibson here. So yeah, not a lot you can do. I guess when it's an error led to goal, usually means they couldn't save it. But yeah, Hugo Cinquet. Did anyone watch this game? How did he not cook? He is absolutely a monster on SO5. He's cheap, about £20, and he's just got one of his worst scores I've seen. And fine if they got absolutely bad, but they won the game 2-0. So yeah, love to know what's going on there. Besides his DMPs, yeah, one of the worst games he's played for a long time. The worst game he's played for Circle? No, not the worst game he's played. Yeah, just a very, very weird one. That happens, but I think we're just about to get ready into rewards if they're out. Am I even on the right day? I haven't done this in a while. The rewards are there. Come on, let's see what we can get. Of course, Beans in the chat saying, don't worry, bro, I was trying to hustle you. So, yeah. The man loves to kick up a little bit of trouble, but he's now hustling someone. You would know that if you watch one of the last streams. And thank you to the guys that are here for a couple of streams. But we are pretty much ready to get into the rewards. In terms of Sorare coins, we got 400, 550, 700, 800, 810. That's quite good. I haven't really been saving them up, but yeah. Did I do my maths right? Did we get 810? 810. Let's go. Past the GCSE maths. What is with Harrison? I'm trying to get rid of him since I won him. I think he's going to a Premier League team. It's just decided, not decided which one yet. Like, he's one of Leeds' best players. Obviously, the manager's probably not going to put him in, and I think he had a slight injury or something. I don't know too much about him, but that's the gist of the story I know. ETH then. Really jazzy new ETH thing. I've actually never seen that. So we've got £4 worth of ETH, which is nice. It's tied to the dollar still, isn't it? So you get the dollars. We got a tier 5 and a tier 2. They can be around the world of football. I'm just going to jump straight into the tier 5. Croatian midfielder from where is that? What is that team? I've never seen that. That is a really sick shirt. Valentino Majstrovic. I think I've absolutely nailed that name. We do need a Schalke in the chat to let me know because he's from Croatia, but he unfortunately is not here yet. The big tier 2, do we look at the tier 2s? I think I'm actually going to go look at the tier 2s because my expectation of where tier 2s are probably a lot higher than where they actually are. Who won 270? Is that 270? Enna Valencia, Eduardo Solid. How's Eduardo fitting in this team? Although people are probably looking at my team thinking, how's Messi fitting in the team? So, show more. Prize pool. We're really close to a rare card as well. That would have been good. By really close, I mean about 70, 80 spots away, but close enough, I guess. Tier 2 limited. Yeah, glad I checked this. So Willy Nonto is going to be top of the tier 2 pool. Otamendi, is he still a guaranteed starter at Benfica? He could cook. Ryan Gould. Yeah, the pools are looking slim. This is normally what happens when there's like a changeover between between new season and old season supply because of just the lack of mints and stuff. So it doesn't really surprise me that the pool's a bit thin. Out of anyone, I think Easy. It's got to be called Easy, right? Easy. That's not easy. Someone tell me how to pronounce the name. I've heard it so many times and it's just giving a mind back. Eze, that's the one. Eze or Oscar Glock. I've just butchered that name as well. I'm trying to remember it. I need to stop remembering these. Or I need to start remembering them a lot better. But yeah, these two would be the pick of the bunch. Realistically, I'm a little bit down the pool. Jadon Sancho. Upamecano. What are you doing? Oh, Upamecano is probably not going to play. That makes a lot more sense. John Mario, if he plays. Busquets in there. Oh, God, Martinez. He's not playing, is he? Jared Bowen be cool. Casemiro be cool. Muric probably lost his starting spot. Dwight McNeil. Big fan of Dwight McNeil here. Jason Steele. Big fan of Jason Steele. Looking about the £20 range, I'd say then. Greg Taylor of Celtic. You obviously take a Celtic card. Neres if he's still got his starting spot. I know Benfica have signed a lot of players. And we're looking right down the bottom of the pool. start getting a bit cheaper. Vela. Names I don't know. Varane. Liete. Okay. Looks like we're just going to get into it and hope for the best, really. Pedro Porro, I expect, could have a good season under Ange. Okay, so are we ready to claim the big prize? In we go. Tier 2. Netherlands or Dutch midfielder. Oh, I don't know them. Karel Eating. It's like Vodda. It's like Voldemort. I don't actually know how to say it, but Karel. FC Volendam. That's the one. 12 quid. Okay. On the low side for where I was expecting. I was obviously expecting like £20 range, but I was looking at the top of the pools. But ignoring the money side, he could cook. This guy could be cooking for the season. I haven't heard of him, but a last 15 is 61. Fantastic. Last 40 is 55. 25 years old. Plenty more years to play. Risk I don't like. His scores at centre mid, huge. His one score at CDM isn't very good. So let's see if we can change that from, yes, we did play left CDM or right CDM. I wish I didn't split him to left and right CDM, although I do understand the reason behind it. So 375, that was last May. What game are we looking for? Oh, he hasn't played a game. That was the last game of the season. Okay, I thought that was a new season, but obviously it's not started yet. Okay, so what do we think about him? Is that a hit? Is that a miss? Let me know, because a lot of you will know a lot more about the Eredivisie than me. I know Ajax slacking last season and slacking this season probably. So yeah, we'll see. Good scores, bad team. I have no problem with a bad team as long as he's a good scorer. Like, you see that all over the place, really, where if you can get someone that's a hub of a team, it's better than being, in PSG as the centre defensive mid doing nothing. I'm 90% convinced to sell my entire limited Euro gallery and buy MLS collections. Next MLS game week is $3.99, so I'm expecting demand to be relatively low when Euro hype is at its peak. Yeah, I think that's a really smart way to play the game. Hathlingen, it takes a lot of balls to turn your back on Champ Euro when it's starting. It's hyped because everyone's enjoying it, everyone wants to play it. It's not some artificial pump or anything like that. So yeah, but that's actually the way I've kind of been steering my gallery. So you'll see, after the rewards, we've been picking up a lot of Kawasaki players, and that's after we've just done the whole FC Seoul collection. So yeah, I think it's a smart play, but it's a difficult play to make at the same time. So that's why I'm just quietly doing it, and I'm only doing it in limited cards. I'm not going all out with rares, because I'll be honest, my heart is in Champion Europe. I love Champion Europe as like a division to play. They got boosted rewards today. That was nice to me. I didn't really see too much complaints or praise either way. It's just like, it's a rebalancing at the end of the day. You move it from here to here. It doesn't really affect anyone too badly unless you're own 0 Champ Europe cards or only own Champ Europe cards. So yeah, just one of those really. And it's 20% of cash rewards. It's not going to be that impactful. If it was 20% of all rewards, I think people would be, up in arms or, loving it, depending on which way your gallery is tilted. But yeah, overall, not that much to report. I will say, if you are here watching, there is a couple of ways for you to make about £20 today, and 2 giveaways I'm doing. Both on Pookie, so not actually on Sorare. So that Pookie, if you don't know, is a football prediction game. I've got a little partnership with them where, I make videos on their content, and then, any, sign-ups that I get and stuff, any sign-ups and the balls that you buy, I would get refunded a little bit of that, which is lovely from them. So full disclosure on that. And then, yeah, if you just sign up with that link, it will help me. You can put all your football predictions in. But if you just want to try and maximize and win the giveaway, if you retweet and like this, that is one way to get involved with it. So what did I say? Like, follow, retweet. That's one way to get involved. And then the other way, I forgot where I did it. Oh, yeah, on the actual video. If you watch the whole video, leave it a like, drop a comment. That's how you can win another, 20 Matic? So 35 Matic for, the Twitter giveaway, and 20 Matic for actually on the video commenting. So it's a small thing you can do that supports me, and you get something back for it if you win the draw as well. So yeah, not sure when I'll draw that. We'll say a week or two, but just seems like an easy thing to do, really. It's a really fun game, and I'll be streaming a little bit of it at the end. And if you're wondering why are you streaming more, it's because I really enjoyed it. You know, there's a couple of regulars that always show up. We've got 35 concurrent viewers, which is really strong, especially after the rewards are finished. And like, I enjoy it compared to, you know, the My Sorare journeys or the videos have to be a lot more planned now. There's thumbnails they could do with them, whereas just here I can just sit down, mispronounce names, chat a little bit of Sorare, and crack on with it really. So yeah. What under 20 euro player would you suggest for Prem Semi-Pro? That's a fantastic question, because we have actually just done an entire stream on who are the best Premier League pickups. I called it How to Win the Premier League. I'm just going to pull up my little sheet here. I can bring it onto stream, can't I? Is there any reason I can't? Say now or forever hold your peace. No, I'll bring it onto stream just so you don't have to see everything. There's obviously a lot more detail on that stream, so I would still suggest going back and watching it. But yeah, if I just pull this to the side, pull out the one that I want, put it at the top, and drop it in here. These are my picks of 4 teams. So obviously you only want one player under 20, so we'll go into that in a second. Hold up. But out of them, probably Ben Chilwell. He's got a low average, so he's not going to impact your 270 cap, is it? And yeah, he was £15 at the time, £16 at the time. Probably closer to 18 now, coming to a deadline. But just buy one. He's pretty nailed in the team because Cucurella hasn't been showing up. That doesn't mean he's nailed all season, but, you know, get a good couple of uses out of him before the start of the season, then maybe rotate into someone else. Even cheaper, Estupinian gets like, you know, obviously he's got a really strong defence at Brighton. A generally good team, to be honest. And he also gets a little bit of attacking returns. If you want the high end, Lucas Paqueta, I'm expecting to have a huge season. Yeah, I think he's just on a lot of set pieces on Sorare, and I think West Ham can improve a little bit. Dwight McNeil's a little bit over budget, but we like him. And then if you're smashing the budget, I think James Maddison could absolutely cook this year at Spurs under Ange. Obviously, they're a lot more attacking. And yeah, it's what I expect. I can be wrong, I can be right, but we'll see. Any more questions? I'd love to answer them all, so get them in the chat. Just bear in mind I will have to read them, which slows me down a little bit. Will you buy any Kawasaki starting players from the secondary market? Yes, if you have watched my last Sorare journey, I detailed exactly the best way to buy these collections, and I talked from experience where I made mistakes. So in this version, I picked up all the goalkeepers. I like having all the goalkeepers in case someone gets dropped and you've got them. That's already happened with the old keeper coming in of Jung Sung Young, swapped out for Naoto Kamafumoto. That is a really difficult name to say. So I've done that. And then some of the best players, I've actually got the best player already. So I believe that Kento is the best player in terms of like SO5 scores. No, it's not Kento. I've picked up the wrong guy. Can only apologise, Kento. It's Yasuto that is the best player. So Yasuto should be the best SO5 scorer. And when I bid on him, there was no one else around this price. And I've had a little scout for some of the best Kawasaki players left, and none of them have high bonuses that I can go and buy from the market. But yeah, I would be buying from the market. In terms of my collection, I'm pretty way up there. I might stop at 4%. That would be the only difference here. Please don't go and price fix all my players. I wouldn't buy them off you, to be honest, so it would be stupid on you. Okay. Won my first specialist with him. I missed who. Wakawazaki. That is a cool name. That's the guy I just showed you on screen, isn't it? Yeah, Wakawazaki. I've got him as well. Got a nice little deal on Vinicius Jr. Before I get into some squad building, let me show you this Vinicius Jr. So, he's creeping up in price again. Would love it if Sorare loaded. Okay, so managed to sell out a couple at 200. Obviously, I'm like trading as much as I can. I'm doing a little trading series on my Sorare journey as well, where I'm just trying to make as much money as possible for the start of new European season. That way I can get a collection bonus. So I bought some here, sold them here. And then I saw a cheap deal for both of these at 175. I was like, oh yeah, I'll just snap them up. So you can actually see I avoided all of the drama, sold one, kept one, and then we'll see where the market goes. High end is 205, low end is 174. They're going to have a fixture very soon. I think this game week actually. So yeah, we are pretty much ready to get into it. I'll answer a couple more questions. I reckon European prices will hit lower until the international break once new season cards have been out. Yeah, I think they'll slowly trend lower. The only thing to be careful of here is the new fiat wallet mixed with marketing. If that happens, people will understand how good Sorare is, how enjoyable it is, join the game. You know, we'll get more casual players that aren't just looking to, you know, extract money as quickly as possible. Prices will probably go up, you know, if more people join. It's kind of how the thing works. If you want to buy more Kawasaki players, hit me up. I'm thinking of selling all my limiters to strengthen cap to 40. Okay. Now, Matt, if you're telling me some of your Kawasaki players, some of the good scorers have XP bonuses, yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk. Drop me a Discord DM. Bean, Kulusevski, 100%. Yeah, you told me about Kulusevski. I've looked into a little bit more. I think he is a good pickup. I don't know what price Kulusevski's trending at the moment, to be honest. But yeah, like I said, Spurs are going to be so attacking under Ange. You can get him for £16. I looked on Play Sharpie. He was very much expected to start. He played against, who was it? It wasn't Barcelona. Their last friendly he played where Kane scored 4. So yeah, someone's got to set up Kane. I don't think he'll be leaving, to be honest. But yeah. Matty are you in Discord? He's definitely in my Discord. Yeah, feel free to join my Discord. It's always in, it's not in the live links actually. It's always in any of my video links. So yeah, feel free to do that. It's a lot of the regulars in here that like to chat football, chat Sorare, chat Pookie, literally everything. Gay is a great under 23 for another year. Yeah, he's good. Crystal Palace just have a really solid team. Like not going to smash the lights out, but always play well together. Another season together. Last 5 is 67. Yeah, this is a great pickup, I think, for under 23. The problem you're going to have is that you know... It's also an upside. You know when he's going to score badly. So, yeah, he's going to get his good scores against Palace and Fulham. And if we look at, like, a Man City... Yeah, Man City, 45 points. Arsenal, 42 points. He gets predictably low scores against better teams. So, that's good, but it's also, like, 7-8 games out of the season, you're probably not going to want to play him. So, yeah. Maduki is €14 low at the moment. Seems low, don't know why. Now, this player, I just refuse to... it's not that player you want, is it? It's the Chelsea one. Yeah, Noni Maduki. I just refuse to buy this guy because when he was at PSV, I owned him, and he did absolutely nothing there. So I'm wondering, like, why would someone that wasn't good enough for PSV be good enough for the Premier League? That's always been my stance on him. You're probably looking at scores like, I'm not that bad. And yeah, I'd probably agree to a degree. But yeah, he's just not done enough in the Eredivisie to warrant being a top Premier League player when we've seen so many top Eredivisie players. I'm thinking of Anthony, I'm thinking of De Jong. De Jong kind of was very good outside of it. But yeah, plenty have moved to the Premier League and done nothing. Plenty better players. So yeah. And he's injured, yeah. I think Sterling starts. Don't know if Sterling starts, to be honest. We'll see. I got back on Sorare 3 days ago. Already spent 0.05. Yeah, it's a fun way to spend some money, Bean, I'll tell you that. I want to buy Gross from Brighton. Do you think it's a good time to buy now or wait? No. Okay, all of you. Can I pull up my YouTube? I'm sure I can. Look at me. 26 viewers. Love it. Okay, go and watch this short. This short I thought was fantastic. I did a lot of research into it, filmed, multiple takes, so it sounded really good together. 741 views is quite good, to be fair, especially like on recent form, but it shows you why you shouldn't really be buying cards in August. So yeah, I would not be buying cards now. I'm trying not to buy cards now. Like, yes, I have the Kawasaki stat, but that specific video is talking about Euro cards. So yeah. Is it a good idea investing in Nkunku? Now, I would say you shouldn't really invest in these cards because there's new supply every year. It's not like an asset where they're guaranteed to go up in value over the next 5-10 years. It's almost exact opposite because more supply comes compared to like shares which generate revenue and all the rest of it. But if you think Nkunku will be a solid player when he's back, I don't think now's a bad time to buy him, if that makes sense. So don't expect a return on him, but you're getting a better price than you would have paid 2 weeks ago or 2 days ago by the look of it. 61 to 31. I'm sure you'll find a panic seller selling at 31, to be honest. So you put enough offers out there, you'll get a return. I think he'll just absolutely fly if he can stay fit. He's just had a big injury and now he's got another one. So I don't like that for a player, to be honest. That's why I wouldn't buy him. But yeah. Alex, are you interested in getting $100 cash and give me ETH worth around that? I don't know if you can do that, to be fair. Would I be interested in it? Depends if it breaks the terms of service. I don't care about my cash balances personally. Tough to say. discuss, or I'll decide later, I guess. What effect do you think list or play will have on European cards, same as last time? Oh, what a question. Um, what effect did list or play have? Because it's very hard to tell. So obviously it does kind of prevent you putting your card up on the market more frequently. But when you put your card up on the market, you put him at a price to get him gone. So I would argue, I reckon I could put a good argument together that list or play does very, very little for the market in general. It just kind of rewards users for holding cards a little bit longer, which on reflection makes a lot of sense. You know, I think a lot of overreaction when it initially came out, me included. I didn't think it was a good idea. I wouldn't say it's been a good idea. It's just been an idea. It's just a different way to do the same thing. Like, you know, previously when I'm selling a card, and let's just say James Madison, because I've sold him recently, I'd list him every week at a decent price, and then usually I'd just sell him. And then some weeks, you know, I just want this card gone. I hate him. He's gone. I'll list him. Floor undercut someone. Floor undercut someone. Now there's a little more of that floor undercut someone. Floor undercut someone. But the floor starts a lot higher because there's a lot less on sale. So, yeah, I would actually argue it doesn't really do too much, to be honest. So don't think about it. Just it kind of prevents like flipping cards. So if you're, you know, one game week in and then selling them out, it's a lot harder to do that. So yeah, look at bunches of like 4 or 5 game weeks. But it's fun to buy cards now. It's fun to buy cards all season long, Luca. Don't you worry about that. Okay, All-Star Limited Champion Europe is probably going to be where I'm signed. Champion Europe Limited. Who has the best fixture? Matty, yeah, I'd absolutely consider that. I just don't know if it breaks the rules. So I need to have a think about, does it break any of the rules, sending someone ETH for cash, or would Sorare frown upon it? Especially because obviously they know me as like a person. I've met them and stuff. So I wouldn't want to be breaking their rules unknowingly. So it's between Jason Steele, who I have 5 of. I wonder if he's creeped up in price. He was someone on my trading journey that I was like, yeah, he should creep up in price. Yeah, so buying him here. Wish I had more. I just wasn't on the market. I just wasn't in the market. I wish I was in the market more, and then I could have bought more. Wouldn't be selling here, to be honest. 18 to 24. I might sell one, just because I've got no use for that many Jason Steels. But when he starts, if he doesn't start, oh my God, I'm going to get wrecked on this, on FPL, and literally everything. Yeah, but I would probably start him because Donnarumma is just prone to mistakes or prone to unclean sheets recently, but I love Donnarumma. He gets such good, 7.5%. It swayed me. Donnarumma goes in the best team because he's no longer under 23. Defender-wise, we partner him up with Hakimi. We love Hakimi. I wonder how Hakimi will play this season because it's different without their best players. I don't know if Mbappe's going to play. I don't know if Neymar's going to play. PSG team is a difficult one, to be honest. Have anyone put out their guesses? I bet they haven't. They have. Oh, I forgot. Lucas Hernandez, Skriniar, Marquinhos. What? Oh my God. PSG defense is going to cook. Seriously going to cook. I forgot how they upgraded exactly where they needed to. Well, Hakimi could do great. I kind of want to get a triple stack. Like, Lucas Hernandez is just silly. Like, on this game, he just puts up goated scores all the time. Lucas, £40. Is this all you watch in a stream now? You were like, yeah. He does. I know it's not. Relax. But £35 would have been a good buy. What has caused this? I mean, he was always expected to start, surely. I suppose. Is Nuno Mendes injured again? Because they do play the same position. If I've missed some Nuno Mendes injury news. £46. Now this just makes no sense. Wouldn't be buying him. Someone let me know if Nuno Mendes is injured. I don't want to be in the depths of Twitter whilst everyone's watching a stream. Verratti 81% on the bench. What is this guy saying? Oh, my Verratti's not going to play. That's quite painful. Sorare, that attack makes me sick. Like that defense, especially with Agate like sweeping, unreal. This side, like Neymar's a 50%, so let's say it's Hugo Ekitike instead. Zaire Emery's going to be a player. Not sure if he is it yet. Vitina's good, but he is kind of great at the same time. He's in that good to great range. Sorare, absolutely stinks. The PSG fans hate him. He's a good player, but like he's not settled, so I'm not sure how he'd play. And Asensio, just what? Like that could easily be a 0-0. I think PSG will win, but yeah, unless Neymar plays, I don't think they're going to blow them away. I'll let you all chime in with your effects, but that'll be a solid Champion Europe start. Midfielders, Enzo will be busy. How is Vieira a triple A or a double A? Oh, Mallorca aren't actually that good. He could play. So scoring history is obviously strong. Form should be really strong as well. Projected lineup, he's obviously going to play. He's their best player. Odds are pretty difficult, and then matchup pretty difficult. But yeah, Las Palmas, I hope they do well in La Liga, especially for La Liga. I don't know what he calls his name on Twitter. Whoever runs a La Liga 2 account, very nice guy. Helped me a lot last season and hopefully this season as well. Real Sociedad Girona. Alex Garcia could be getting... I mean, he'll get good points still. I wouldn't put him as an F. Mishu's made a move. I know he hasn't made a move. He's just not likely to play. Out of all of these players, Camavinga or Tony? Surely first game of the season, Tony Cruz starts. Like... It's normally quite predictable when he plays, because if he needs a rest, he's not going to play. You're not giving me an Orlean Shemani and Tony Cruz the exact same amount of prediction of like possibility of playing. Surely not, because I know he's getting old, but he's signed his extension, so he is just going to cook. I'd have him at like 70% and Shemani at 30%. Camavinga could play at left back, I guess, because of that, but I have a huge boost on him. I have a huge boost on Enzo. Enzo's going to be busy at CDM. That's a really tough call, to be honest. I could play both, obviously. Vinny Jr., just got to make sure to correct the right XP. And then we've got our extra slot. Who's the most favourite to win? It's obviously going to be PSG. Julian Alvarez, 92% on the bench because Kevin De Bruyne's back. Joe Enrique's cooked a little bit. We're going to just stick with Camavinga. Oh, we'll just do both. That would be huge. Oh my God. Look at this team. So, PSG defence, Madrid midfield and attack. I love it. I absolutely love it. Minimum XP, 10.5. 10.5 lowest XP. Can I get some like fires in the chat or something? Because that is serious. Someone asked about Modric. Yeah, what is up with Modric? 35%. Now, I get Modric won't play many games because of his age and fitness and stuff. But yeah, the only risk with the team is obviously not fixture selection, like team selection. So, Captain Vinny, although he is playing my goalkeeper. So, yeah, I'm a little less excited already. The midfield battle will get a lot of points, to be fair. So, it's a good team. All-Star? Depends where the most rewards are. When did the All-Star redistribution come into effect? Can someone let me know? I didn't read that. Alex, do you know if there are players where there is no 5% fee? Yeah, there are some players. I think it's if they're not licensed for next season. So you'll see like Benfica players don't get charged it. See if I've got any examples in my gallery. Which clubs? Oh, Roma. All of my Roma cards don't get fees, I'm pretty sure. List, Pellegrini. If I put them for £100, I get £100 back with no fee. So it doesn't look like they're having Roma cards next season, which is unfortunate. Back to the squad building. Probably won't be around for too much longer. We've been on for 41 minutes, so make the most of me while you can. But I'm going to share some alpha with Leo Messi up top. I don't know if that game's guaranteed to be on in this or next game week yet. That's not decided. Jason Steele, probably going to be your best selection pretty easily. XP-wise, you take an 8%er. That's good. Love this with Ulmer injured, Bernabé injured, Guindo injured, Stuart Dallas not playing, Jesse not playing. So all of my strong win percentages are pretty bad. But we do have some good players in here. Now, Hugo would have been the first choice, but he's got a tough fixture and let me down last week. Is this really all we've got as all-star defenders? That's pretty naff. Now, I'm not going to pick under 23s here, just in case I've got a good under 23 team. And then Szymanski comes out as a 73% Oh, David Turnbull absolutely cooked last weekend. I loved watching that. It's good to see the ball back. But risking him being dropped, I guess, because of Hatate. He's just too good to leave on the bench, really. Drewsbury Hall, I could play again. I could also sell him. He's away this week. Stuart Armstrong's not expected to start. Wakizawa, definitely got a shout of being in the mix here. Enzo, why didn't we play Enzo? Just because he wasn't going to do enough in the other lineup. That could do a lot for me. And then we'd have an extra spot of Nasang Ho. Wow, he's high up there. We could play the new joiner and get Carl straight into the team, or Carell. Don't know why I called him Carl all the time. His name's Carell. It would be Szymanski. It just would be. But they're also under 23. So we're gonna. Can you just save? I'm pretty sure you can just save half a team and come back to it. So I'll do that. U23 limited. Bet Young Bomb is my only goalkeeper. I do need to sort that out by the end of the season, or by the time the K-League stops playing. I do like the defensive stacks options. It's so easy just to click both of them, so I will put them both in for now and see what the team looks like. And then midfielder-wise, our best choice is Szymanski or Enzo. Put Enzo in there as captain, and then we have got a spare Vinny Jr., or we play Somerville away to Birmingham. Almost did a Birmingham accent, that would have been embarrassing. Vinny Jr. I could sell at the same time. I mean, Vinny would cook. Oh, I'll just play Vinny in my all-star team because I think that's slightly better. So if we play Crescencio, Enzo doesn't play in the team unless we need him. Okay, this is going to be it. This is going to be it. So all-star, we come back to it. Where are you? Szymanski. I'm tempted to play one of my favourite cards in Jonathan Vieira. But Wakizaka, is that really his name? I'm definitely not pronouncing it right still. Wakizaka, oh, we forgot. We're going to put Vinny in there. That is a team, by the way. That might be better than my Champ Euro team. I'm loving this. This is great. And all of them have high averages, which is nice. Now, are you saying interesting stuff, guys? Can you please say interesting stuff? B90, I reckon they've give Fran Garcia a start at left back. Yeah, if Courtois gets injured, I'm sure Perez will play there. Gabriel Arison, wouldn't surprise me seeing him in goal soon. I just checked. I sold my Drews Saunders card 2 days ago and didn't pay any fees. Okay. So Saunderson, probably not going to have cards next season, that club. Surprised they signed Joselu. Yeah, I guess they just needed a striker. Steele on the bench. De Zerbi said Bart starts. Glenn Hoddle, show me where he said that, because that would ruin my weekend. I hope you're playing some stupid troll on me, because that would not be fun at all. Seeing the place play sharper choices as a fan is funny as hell. Kamara at 50% of starting had me in stitches. Yeah, let's see what the Aston Villa team's up to. Yeah. Interesting to see how that team cooks. I sold my Yuri Tillemans. I just not confident enough he starts. Just joking about Steele, making sure you're on your toes. It's for you, mate. Enjoy. I did kind of enjoy it, minus a heart attack. So Steele is starting, and that is a team. That can't be denied. Now, before we go into the depths of my gallery, what is going on in All-Star Rare Pro? Goalkeeper, Unai Simon against Madrid. Yay. Gaia DeMarcos Ralston. Easy Ralston selection. Yes. Remy Cabella's back. Come on. Gino Wijnaldum, absolutely no chance playing for PSG. Edouard likely to start. Ooh, nice fixture as well. Kevin Volland, 76% chance on the bench. Not happy. What? Elche have a nice start to the season. Fidel could be in play. 100% chance of starting. Why do they have such a... Oh, no, they don't. Fidel. Easy choice. So, Gaia... Now, this is where it gets difficult. You take your best player... Actually, I'm going to play him at 240 because it's not that strong of a team, to be honest. It's really going to struggle with hit rewards. This is where you need to adjust to your strategies, right? So, I can tell that this team isn't going to hit a 400-pointer, so straight into the cap 240. Try and pick up $50 worth of ETH. Ralston, Remy. Remy leaves me with Fidel. Oh, Edward's actually a lot cheaper. We'll go Edward, and we got 55, so we can play Gaia. If we swap out Eddie, we can't afford Fidel. We could. Is Fidel better than Gaia away to Sevilla? Probably not. No one else we can really change. That's a nice 240 team, to be honest, so 5 points in the bank. Need to pick up a champ Euro goalkeeper. Only have Jose Sarr right now, and I think Wolves could get pumped multiple times. That's absolutely right, Glenn Hoddle. If you want a Jason Steele, is his name Jason? Yes, definitely Jason. Jason Steele. You could pick him up off me. So he's trading for about £23 on the floor. Last sale 24. I'll do you in for £34. So yeah, let me know. That's a special deal just for you. Anyone else wants him, I'll come in cheaper. Right, Matty Sorare. Fidel against promoted team, I think. I know, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit. So, a 50% chance of winning the game. Okay, what? There's got to be some jiggling I can do, you know? If I bring in Fidel here. Now, what have I got? 40 points. One player works, which is Hugo Duro. Oh, Sheffield United would be awful this year. They've just lost all their best players. Surely it's Odsonne Edouard job. Ex-Celtic, I've got to trust him. Villa are going to cook this season under Emery. I think everyone thinks the same, to be honest. It'd be more surprising if they didn't at this stage. If they finished like 13th, it's more surprising than them finish like 6th. We'll rack up a save point. Is Fede Valverde back on the wing? 98% chance, but I don't see him getting into that midfield three. That's a great question. A question I don't have the answer to, unfortunately. I'll do a bit of research after the stream, see where he's playing. But Play Sharper has him playing right here in a midfield 4. Yeah, I've seen this actually. A formation change where it's like 4-3-1-2. And why wouldn't you? Because you need to fit in 4 of the best midfielders there are. Like 5 if you include Modric, 6 if you include Tchouaméni. I mean, you just want to play like a midfield 7 and hope for the best, but not really how football works. Anyway, we'll save that. None of our all-star players have a game in Pro, do they? So, yeah, it's only Gini Wijnaldum because the Bundesliga is not back and Bolland won't play. So, yeah, those 2 won't play, so it's an easy choice. That's our only 240. Did we do a 220? Now, this could be a bit of fun. A rare 220 lineup. 220. Okay. Now I'm going to have an annoying amount of cards. We got no goalkeeper. So we'll drop in a Jason Steele just for the fun of it. Because we've got so many. I do need to sell some Jason Steeles into the hype. Or I can wait until he plays. And then everyone will be using him and I can sell him for a great price. Lots to think about. Now I need to filter this down to rares only. This could work, you know. This could work. I might need a really cheap point goalkeeper. DeMarcos is my only defender? Nah, can't be true. Verratti is my only midfielder? I must have just used them all. But yeah, we could play like DeMarcos, gamble on Verratti playing even though he won't, and Hugo Duro. -10. Why is Verratti an 83%? If he's not going to Saudi, surely he's playing. Whatever, we'll delete that team for now because it's just useless. All right, my best division, cap 270. Do you plan to buy a rare collection up to 2 to 3%, or do you get a limited collection for a big team? I think random rare cards from multiple clubs will struggle with the 300 points. Yes, I also agree. I'm leaning towards rare cards, but it changes every day. Sometimes I'm like, I'll go out and get 6 of the best limited collection, then I'll just win limited for the rest of time. The other part of me is like, I really enjoyed a little bit of Rare Pro in Champion Europe last year, where I actually had, most of you were in the stream, I had Yuri Tillemans in the last Leicester game of the season or something, or one of the last ones. And yeah, I needed him to do well to win. I ended up coming second. I was buzzing. And then I got my reward, and you probably all know who it was, and was a little bit less buzzing, fair to say. So cost-wise, Leroy comes in really cheap here as a starting goalkeeper. I don't think any of these start, 98%. Yes, so the first one up is Leroy, guaranteed to start for 39 points. So let's get that started, and then we can just build the strongest team we can with players like Jules Koundé coming in. We might change this at the end. Vieira, probably shouldn't be doing that. Dwight McNeil starting on the bench? No. What's happened to my boy Dwight? Dwight McNeil. I'm going to need to talk to some Everton fans about this. What? No. What? He's their best player. I'm miffed by that. Why is he so expensive then? Is he injured? The only explanation I can think of is he's injured. Ah. Okay, it's not good news, but it's more explainable that he's injured. Okay, thank you. Lineup building. Vieira. Nasang Ho was really favoured. Do we do Asia? Is Asia actually a better division to pick at the minute? No, it's probably not. Vieira shouldn't be picked with a 64, though. That's just a fact. I'll probably sell... Alright. Goalkeeper... I'll put Steele in, and then I'll use Koundé, and then I'll use like a Zalazar, because he could absolutely slay. And then it gets a lot harder here. Damiao, 100% playing. Doesn't he absolutely kill it when he plays? Or at least he did in 2020. I'm not sure about now. And then a 70-pointer like a Turnbull. Yeah, we'll do something like that. I'll need to think about the rest of the teams. There's probably no point me going through them on stream because, yeah, it all depends who's playing and there'll be so much jiggling and changing of the teams and all the rest of it. But thank you so much for joining. If you did enjoy this, you're going to drop a like. Come on, do it now. Drop a like. I want to see the likes go up. I have no idea where I can see the likes go up. If you could leave a like, if you subscribe to the channel, that would be cool. And then also, I'm going to test my Be Right Back. But this will be the end of the stream. So thank you very much. And yeah, see ya. Cheers. Bye.